It's right there. It's like right there. Back to my channel. So today we begin our series where we dive into incredible stories, and today we're going to be talking about a captivating woman known as Sara Forbes Bonneta. She's a woman whose life embodies strength, resilience, and the power of the human spirit. So Sara was born in 1843 in what is now known as Ogun State, Nigeria, West Africa. When she was born, she was actually named Aina and not Sarah. So Sarah's life was about to take an extraordinary turn at a very tender age, like when she was still a child. So when Sarah would grow to be like 8 years old, her village was invaded by the army of Dahomey. During this invasion, Sarah's family was killed, but she was captured and taken to the court of King Gezo of Dahomey, where she would be a child slave. So King Gezo was a major West African power that profited immensely from the Atlantic slave trade. So even after the British abolition of slavery, King Gezo fought to keep Dahomey in the exploration of slaves. So Sarah's fate will soon change again when she was discovered by Captain Frederick E. Forbes of the Royal Navy when he visited Nigeria on a British diplomatic mission to negotiate with King Gezo on Dahomey's end of Dahomey in the participation of the Atlantic slave trade. Now, during his visit, he would recognize Aina's intelligence and potential, and he was moved by her plight to negotiate her release and to assure her freedom. So Captain E. Forbes left Dahomey with little Sarah and presented her as a gift to Queen Victoria. Now this is the beginning of an extraordinary journey for young Sara Forbes, because she becomes a member of the British Royal Court. Under the protection of Queen Victoria, Sara received a privileged upbringing, and this was when she was named Sara Forbes Bonneta in honor of Captain Forbes, who saved her from slavery and ultimately death. So Sara was exceptional in her studies, and she impressed everyone around her with her intelligence and her charm. Now, despite her remarkable circumstances, Sara still faced many challenges. For example, she had to adapt to an entirely new culture, and she struggled with the complexity of her identity. However, she persevered, and using her unique position as a slave trade survivor and the word of the Queen, she was able to advocate for the rights of her people and shed light on the Atlantic slave trade. In 1862, Sara got married to James Pinson Labulo Davis, a wealthy Nigerian merchant at St. Nicholas Church in Brighton, East Sussex. Together, they had 3 children: Victoria Matilda Davis, who was named after Queen Victoria, Arthur Davis, and Stella Davis. They all settled at Sierra Leone, where they developed multiple businesses and continued their efforts to improve the lives of their fellow Africans. Forbes Bonneta's story serves as a testament of the strength of the human spirit and the power of education. Despite the adversity she faced, she defied expectation and left an enduring legacy. But unfortunately, Sara died on the 15th of August 1880 of tuberculosis. In her memory, her husband built an over 8-foot granite monument at Ijon in western Lagos, where he had a cocoa farm. The inscription on the monument reads, "In memory of Princess Sara Forbes Bonneta, wife of Honorable J.P.L. Davis, who departed this life at Madeira, August 15th, 1880. A descendant of Sarah's through her line was the Ebola heroine Ameyo Adadevo. Many of Sarah's descendants are either in Britain or Sierra Leone. Thank you for joining me on this journey as I told you the story of Sara Forbes Bonneta. Remember, the stories of the past leave valuable lessons for the present and the future. I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. Bye!